So what do you think of Georgie Boy taking steroids? The next one is increase sex drive now you're assisted.
Yes.
This one's for you, really. Advice on getting a girl from the gym without making it look weird.
Yeah, don't do that.
You want to hold this wood? What's your most controversial opinion?
Do you want to go first? Because you...
Chinese food is overrated.
Who press record?
Shit.
Imagine if we did.
Imagine you just did a whole video and I didn't even press fucking play. Testing. Welcome to today's YouTube video. We are joined by Mr. George Osborne and
Mrs. Victoria Kowalska. Dr. Kowalska soon.
Dr. Kowalska soon. You know what? That actually, I found... no. Go to your bed. We're not happy with you. Not happy with the dogs this mornings. Fuck you guys.
Love them, really.
We do love them.
We do.
You're going to be a doctor soon. I kind of find that sexy. It kind of turns me on a little bit.
Dr. Kowalska.
Yeah. Welcome back to the channel. Please follow us on social media. You're trying to hit 10,000 followers on Instagram, so make sure you follow up. I'm trying to hit 25,000 by the end of the year, so make sure you follow that. And YouTube, 50,000 by the end of the year, which I think is very much achievable. So if you are watching right now and you're not subscribed, what the fuck are you doing? We're going to answer some juicy anonymous questions today. And some of you guys, you don't hold back, that's for sure. Been averaging about 1.5k likes.
2k then, because I'm in it.
Can we get 2k for this absolute stud? 2,000 likes and I'll suck her toe live on camera.
That was one of the questions.
It was, wasn't it? That's why I remembered it. I didn't know what Tootsie mean. I was like, what's Tootsie mean?
I don't know how you don't know that. I swear that's like a common phrase for feet. Tootsies. Maybe it's Welsh.
We'll start off with a random one. Tell us a random fact. Guessing about yourself.
Oh, I'll start off with this one, really. You tell me yours. You got a long hair there.
That did. All right, we'll come back to that one. The worst food you've ever ate?
Oh, when I was in Tenerife once, I've told you this. I ordered like a carbonara and it came with 5 hairs and they were all from like different people. There was one long black hair, one short like this coloured hair, like mousy.
Yeah.
And then I sent it back and they were like, could you at least pay for this meal? But yeah, that's
not good food,
that's the worst.
No.
Worst dinner I've ever had. What about
the
you?
Worst food?
You better not say something I've cooked.
No, of course not. So I bought myself a banana, bit into the banana, and it made me dry heave. Like I've never dry heaved a banana. It was an actual banana. The thing with me, if you slice a banana in oats, cream of rice, Greek yogurt, I'll eat it.
Yeah.
If you give me a banana, peel it and tell me to bite into it, I have this like fucking barrier in my head that tells me no. Maybe it's just because I think it's a dick and I'm like, biting into a dick here. I'm like, no, not for me. I start heaving off of it. So yeah.
I've actually got another one. I had broccoli once. I was cutting it. No, it wasn't broccoli, it was cauliflower. I had cauliflower. I was cutting into it. You know those little tiny snails?
Oh, yeah.
And I already had like half of it before. So in my head, I've eaten snails. And I know that's a French thing, but that was disgusting.
Who wears the pants in this relationship? Me, I would say.
I don't think so. I think you wear the pants when it comes to like decision making. But then I feel like you double check with me for clarification quite a lot.
That's only when I'm high.
No, it's not, maybe.
I wear the pants in the relationship. My final decision goes.
That makes you feel better. I'll stick to it.
Okay. Favourite things to do together?
For me, we've come to a little ritual recently of having a coffee and a vape and lo-fi music. I love that. I love that. It's just so like, it's so relaxing. We sit and we reflect. We come out with some business plans as well, which is really exciting. Plan our future. It's just a nice moment where we genuinely put our phones down.
Yeah.
And just reflect. It's cute.
Yeah, we sit, you probably hear the lo-fi sort of music in the background. We have that on to chill us out, coffee, and then we just get like really like motivational and have these like plans and ideas that we want to achieve. And then all of a sudden once we finish the coffee and the vape, we're back to work and we're back to like this new urge of motivation. Yeah, I'd say that's our favourite thing to do at the moment. And also I think sushi.
Oh yeah.
Like we're looking forward to going sushi this weekend, which I'll try and record if I remember.
All you can eat as well.
Is it all you can eat?
I think so. The one that we were meant to go to is all you can eat.
Or I can eat sushi then. I'll be getting fucking so many. I think we answered this in the previous Q&A that we did. This one's for you, really. Advice on getting a girl from the gym without making it look weird.
Yeah, don't do that.
You want to hold this wood?
First of all, don't stare. Like, don't make it obvious before you approach her, because I've had that before again where...
Like that.
Stop. Yeah. Or like when you're in the mirror and you can just see someone staring at you. I hate that. It's just like, make eye contact but very subtly, and then like get their attention that way. I feel like eye contact, and then potentially like slide a cheeky question in, but that's just very generic. Like if she's done using something, be like, you've done on this machine, and then like, you know.
2 tips from the Georgie Boy. Question number 1. I swear I've seen you before. You haven't really. You're just chatting shit. I swear I've seen you before. That's how you get the conversation rolling. She either be like, no, I ain't seen you before. Fuck off. Or she might be like, have you? She might go along with it. If she goes along with it, she's into you. If she's not, if she doesn't, she's probably not into you. Or do you just spot on anything? You all right? That sort of one normally typically works. And then all of a sudden you're spotting them. Shut up. And then you're spotting them. Then all of a sudden you give them a little high five at the end. Great spot. Oh, where are you from? What do you do? That's how you get the conversation sort of rolling.
Yeah.
So fucking come on.
But don't be patronising with a spot, because I've had that asked before. Like, do you want a spot? And I'm like, do you really not think I can lift this? And it's like, is my warm-up weight. And I feel like that's speaking down to a girl, especially one that's into the gym and knows how to lift.
Let me check if I've actually got the mic thing on the top. Oh, I do. I thought I did have the mic on there to shat myself.
Walked out.
This one's for you. How does Wiki afford her lifestyle, own a house, dog, car, bodybuilding on a student budget?
So I actually took a year out between my 3rd and my 4th year, and I absolutely rinsed work during that year. It was COVID time. Was it COVID? It was COVID. So I worked as a healthcare assistant in an agency, and I did literally like
Fuck it. Do you sound like me on camera?
6 shifts in a row. I do like night shifts, day shifts, whatever. I took everything on. It's weird because I don't feel like my life would have looked this way if I didn't have external pressure. So my parents were moving to Dubai, and I had Mango, and there was nowhere to rent in Stoke, and I was like, there's no way I'm giving up this dog. So I just buckled up my ideas, worked my ass off to buy this house. Prioritizing, saying no to things that you want to do sometimes. And I do regret this as well, like, but I'm not the type of girl that's gone out on girls' holidays. Like, I don't go out all the time, and all of that saves me money to utilize towards my goals. And that for me was buying a house. That for me is bodybuilding, like, you know, our little trips or whatever. My priorities were a lot different as a young kid already compared to the people my age, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just what I thought was right at the time.
My perspective, looking at how you do it, and to answer this question, I've never met a female who works as consistently as what you do. I've seen and I've dated girls in the past that lay in bed till about midday and do fuck all, and they wonder why they're not getting where they want to be. They wonder why they don't have enough money, this and that. Like, you are someone that works religiously every single day, and I've not ever seen that, and that explains and summarizes why you do, or why you are able to do what you do on a day-to-day basis. You simply work, and that's how we get along really well, is we just fucking work for our success. And I think that's just proof in the pudding to say, just work harder.
Yeah.
Or Molly May, there's 24 hours in a day.
But I agree with that.
I do.
I agree with that.
I must admit, that quote, she did get a lot of shit, but influencers who want to create their own sort of life, their own sort of success, you have to like work. Like, I haven't had a holiday in 4 years, you know?
Yeah.
I have to get to the position I'm in right now, I have to work the way that I have to get this freedom that I've created.
But people don't see that. Like, they don't see how much you work. They see the successes behind it. Like, people don't see that, especially like when you weren't living with me. It was like, I had to get up at 4 a.m. I had to go walk the dog. I had to go do my cardio. I had to do this. I had to do that. And I just do that in like quietly without publicizing it everywhere. And like to people, they only see what's the phrase? The cherry on top of the cupcake. That's a new phrase. The cherry on top of the cupcake, where I've got my house, like I've got Mango, but they don't see the 13-hour shifts, 6 days back to back that I had to work to get there. Yeah. Thank you for listening to my TED talk.
Bit of a juicy one.
Yeah.
So what do you think of Georgie Boy taking steroids?
What do I think now, or what did I think before? What did I think on the day of?
Let's do both.
Okay.
All of it.
Before, I actually answered this question in the previous video. I was all for it. I think I was like, this is going to get you to your goals. Like, this is what you need to do. You've utilized your natural potential. Like, I could see how important this was to you, and I will support your goals no matter what. And then the day of, like, something just flipped in my head, and I remember George asking me, like, can you help me with this? And I was like, no, like, fully. I was like, I don't want you to do it. And I just think for me, it was that fear of the unknown. Like, I got emotional there. Like, I think for me, on the day of George taking his like first injection, I just gotten back for a couple of days because it was very shortly after your prep.
Yeah. And
I think there's a question that we're going to answer a little bit later on, but George, towards the back end of his prep, he was there, but he wasn't there with me. And then you had a little bit of food. We did very fun things, and for a very short period of time, I was like, I've got the George that I met back, and that was really like exciting for me. And then the thought of you jumping on steroids and all of these things that you hear, you know, like roid rage, like change of personality, people getting extra horny and going for other girls. All of that terrified me, and I was like, I don't want you to do it. And then I was thinking, like, what if we can't like have kids in the future and this and that. On that day, I was in my head. I didn't want to do do it. You went for a walk. We didn't speak for the whole evening. But then now actually seeing how George is approaching it, like the way he takes his supplements every day, like stays on top of that, communicates with Cal as well, is very sensible about it, you know, double checks his injection sites. Like all of this just makes me so much more content. And also like the amount of reassurance that you give me all throughout that time. Mango. Shh. Stay there.
Lay down. We're not happy with you. Lay down. I said lay down. How dare you?
But yeah, now I feel much more content with it.
One thing that I would certainly say on that note is with what I'm documenting, I want to showcase the reality of it. I want to do things properly. And at the end of the day, like I said this in one of my other videos, like as much as I don't think I'm an influencer, I am. And I do influence people in their decision making. Like I probably guarantee you I've influenced 1 or 2 people right now to say, right, I'm going to go down that route. I promise you. As much as I don't want to do that, that's not my goal here. My goal is to document my life, my journey, make your own decisions. I'm hoping everyone that watches me is old enough and wise enough to make their own decisions in life. If I can showcase doing it the right way or the safest way possible, which I'm hoping you've seen that already. You know, every morning, first thing, blood glucose, blood pressure, I'm doing that I'm keeping on top of it so much, probably to the point where I'm overdoing it. I would rather me do that than, you know, jeopardize anything further down the line between me and you, communication, all that sort of stuff. So, you know, I'm very much aware of what I'm doing, but I'm also very much aware of how this is going to have an effect on us. And I'm very much wanting to be in control of that and controlling all those variables as much as I can. Yeah, the missus loves it basically.
I don't mind the extra test. I'm not gonna lie.
Don't mind the extra bit of test. Yeah, it's honestly, like I'm 2 weeks on cycle now, and I'm not going to dive too much into this. I'll save it for another video. I certainly feel back to what it was like before I got into prep, because I do feel like we not lost each other, but that back end of that prep, I was just numb. Yeah, we did suffer a little bit, but I feel like I'm back in my mojo now. I'm back to how we were before, which was, you know, something I've missed for the past 8 months of me prepping, right? Yeah, it's nice to actually feel like I'm in a relationship. If it's about it, you know what I mean. The next one is increased sex drive now you're assisted.
Yes.
Yes, I would say so. Beforehand, it was like, I've got the energy to do this. I wanted to do it, but I'm like, I haven't got the energy to do this right now. But now I'm like, fucking sound. As soon as I get into bed, I'm like, oh, okay, it's game time, Georgie boy. It's game time. The answer is yes.
And I would be surprised if it wasn't, given the fact that he had 4 nanomoles testosterone in him. Like when you got that result back, I was like, thank God it's not me.
It was quite funny. The blood lab, the guy, Chris, is it Chris?
Chris, yeah.
Chris from the blood lab said to me, I don't know how you're even functioning with the amount of testosterone you've got in your body right now. I can imagine how much of a fucking pit I was in when it came to the back end of prep. And I was like that for the last 8 weeks of prep, probably. And now I just feel like on top of the world. You know, I feel like a completely different person in that perspective. So sex life out of 10. In prep, it was probably a -12. Now I probably
if that.
Now it's probably a solid 12 out of 10.
Yeah, solid 12.
It's getting there.
Yeah,
it's getting there. Anyway, enough about sex. What's your most controversial opinion?
Do you want to go first? Because
Chinese food is overrated. Chinese takeaway is fucking greasy. It tastes like shit. The only thing I like is the prawn toast. You ever had the prawn toast before? You know, the seeded toast.
I've had it on holiday.
Banging. That bangs.
Yeah, I've had it on
holiday. But everything else is like a fucking greasy mess. Not for me.
I don't know. I think it goes back down to, and I said this earlier, everyone has 24 hours in the same 24 hours in a day. I think that's my one. Because no one agrees with Molly May, and I agree with Molly May there.
Ooh,
I do.
Some people are going to dislike the video because of that.
They're going to go in.
Which of you is the better cook?
George is the better cook when it comes to our meal prep, because our meal prep consists of like 99% cream of rice. So I'll give him that. But when it comes to like cooking outside and like meal ideas is me. I feel like I'm very creative. I come up with like meal ideas that you would never think of, or anyone really.
You're more
creative.
You're more creative, spontaneous when it comes to food outside of the gym. Whereas me, I'm very good at making oats, making cream of rice, making salmon in the air fryer.
Yeah.
See, I'm basically just good at what I know, not what not. Shut up, George. Move on to the next question. Don't know what the fuck I came out my mouth then. Who's going to be more successful in bodybuilding?
Hard one. is a hard one.
Me. I'm going to back myself. You back yourself. Say you.
I'd say me.
Yeah, back yourself.
I'd say me because I've made more progress this last year. Saying that, I'm more
saying that you have, in the time frame that you've been doing it, you have gained more success than what I did in that time frame, which is 2 years. I didn't have one client in 2 years of me training. You've got 10 clients now. It's fucking crazy. So yeah,
but
I would say that.
Saying that, George has got his nut on, whereas me, I'm still learning. I'm still all over the place. Of course,
so
in that case,
you've been doing it for 2 years. I've been doing it for 7. Wait till you get to 7 years. Your mindset's going to completely change, babe. Trust me.
We'll see.
Most irritating traits each other has.
I've got mine. You go first, because it depends how deep you go in.
Oh, is that how we're playing it then? You love a chat in the gym. Like, we're cracking on with the training session. All of a sudden, turn around, Wix is fucking talking. I'm thinking, here we go. Next 10 minutes of you talking shit to someone. I want to train. That grinds my gears.
Yeah.
You?
I was going to say George can't sit down for more than 5 minutes.
True.
Which is admirable because he's constantly on the go trying to do more, achieve more. But at the same time, I'm like, sit with me.
Sit the fuck
Just
down.
sit with me.
Yeah, sit the fuck.
I'm surprised he's sitting down for this. Saying that we're working.
Yeah, it is work,
Doesn't
essentially.
count.
My irritating traits each other has.
That's good. It's good that we can't think of many.
Yeah, I'm sitting there thinking, what irritates
I think
me?
it's because we're so similar but opposite at the same time. Like, we complement each other very well.
Okay, I've got enough on them.
Oh, no.
So this one is a case of, if you don't get your way, you don't want it at all. So let's say if we can't find something in the shop that you like, I don't want it at all. I don't want it anymore. It's like, well, we go to another shop, we can get it from another shop. We might just need to travel an extra 5 minutes. I don't want it anymore.
Yeah.
I'm too stubborn, this and that. That is irritating because we can just go somewhere else. It's fine. We can work around it. Whereas you're like, no, don't want it. But I know you, and I know that you do want it, and we will go and get it. It's just in that moment you're being a stubborn fucker, and you're like, I don't want it anymore.
I'm stubborn in general. Like, if someone tells me to do something, even if I want to do it, just because they've told me I won't, then I'm sitting there. It's a hard trait to deal with myself.
We are going to wrap this video up here. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed it, please comment down below. Got anything else to say?
No, I was going to say something.
Get your nut in the game.
Get your nut in the game. Wait, let's show. This is something that you guys haven't seen on the chat. No, have they? No. Snap. Couples that tap together stay together. And if they don't, at least George remembers me until he dies.
If not me, who? If not now, when? It's a motto that we both very much stand by. So yeah, we're going to leave that video here. Please make sure you follow us over on our social medias. I'm trying to chase down 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So if you could subscribe, if you're not already, I'd really appreciate it. If you want to see more of this, let us know in the comments. Lots of love, and I shall see you guys in the next one. Peace. Peace.
I to run man down real quick for giving me lippy, taking a piss, they flexing viz, don't bust no sticks. Bunch of lies, they ain't on shit, yeah we look on foot. Heads or whips, the truth must speak, no fibs. Got links for the war, got